For this particular problem, you're asked to find the possible rational zeros of this given function. Now these are the answer choices, and here's what we're going to use. We're going to use just a little fraction, and the fraction of the numerator it consists of the factors of the constant term. The constant term in this case is 35 or negative 35, however you want to look at it. Now, since we're doing plus or minus, we can just use the 35. So the constant term is always the one without the variable. It's usually at the end. I can't read that writing. Usually at the end. It's about 10:16. I'm kind of tired. If it's written in correct order, it'll always be at the end, and then the factors of the leading coefficient. If it's written in correct order, it's the number in front. So the number in front of this term is a 6. So let's just see what we come up with. Factors of 35. I'm actually going to come up here and just list the factors of 35. I'm going to do them by pairs. So we got 1 and 35, 2 won't go, 3 won't go, 4 won't go, 5 will go, 7 times, 6 won't go, 7 goes, but we already have the 7, so we're down to factors of 35. 6. We got 1 and 6, 2 and 3. So we're going to list all the possible arrangements of dividing out all those factors. So factors of 35 are 1, 5, 7, 35. Factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, 6. If I leave that last bracelet off, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. So here we go. We do 1 over 1, which is 1. 1 over 2, which is 1 over 2. 1 over 3 stays 1 over 3. 1 over 6 stays 1 over 6. 5 over 1 is 5. 5 over 2 is 5 halves. 5 over 3 is 5 thirds. 5 over 6 is 5 sixths. See what I'm doing? I'm just dividing all these out. 7 divided by 1 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 7 halves. 7 divided by 3 is 7 thirds. 7 divided by 6 is 7 over 6. Then 35 over 1 is 35. 35 over 2 is 35 over 2. 35 over 3 is 35 over 3. And 35 over 6 is 35 over 6. Now, this plus minus just means that all those have plus minuses in front of them. So, what's the answer choices? It looks like it's going to be A. This one has every one of those. 1, 1 half, 1 third, 1 sixth. I'm trying to get in the view. 5, 5 halves, 5 thirds, 5 sixths, 7, 7 over 2, 7 over 3, 7 over 6. Yep. 35, 35 halves, 35 thirds, 35 sixths. Yep. There's your answer. Just make sure that when you do these, that sometimes, well, a lot of times when you reduce these, because you always reduce, it'll end up being a number that you already have. So don't write repeating numbers or possible zeros. So for example, if you end up having like 5 over 5 somewheres, we already have a 1, so you don't need to write that again. So you would not include that in the list because this, or twice. You won't include it twice. You don't include it once. So just small things like that you have to be aware of. And that's all.